Say my name!
Michelle.
I am McLovin.
No, you're not. No one's McLovin. McLovin's never existed because that's a made-up, dumb fairy tale name, you...
The cast of Superbad was allowed to improvise their lines most of the time, but the McLovin line was easily the standout.
What kind of a stupid name is that, Fogel? What, are you trying to be an Irish R&B singer?
Yeah, I was between that and Muhammad.
After finding out Fogel's name on his ID, Michael Cera and Jonah Hill come up with a whole range of words that totally made the scene a lot better than it should have been.
Why the f would it be between that or Muhammad? Why don't you just pick a common name like a normal person?
The director loved it enough to include it in the movie as well.
Have you actually ever met anyone named McLovin?
No, that's why you picked a dumb name.
In Game Night, there is an absolutely brutal moment where a guard is sucked into an airplane's turbines, and you can imagine how it would have ended for him. Of course, Rachel McAdams was thrilled by this, but then she came up with the famous line.
Oh no, he died!
This was a spur of the moment, and it went so well with the scene that it stayed in the final cut. Not a lot of people would know about Shark Attack 3, or the fact that it was good enough to have 3 movies. They also may not know John Barrowman, who came up with a really famous line.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, me too. What do you say I take you home and eat your...
Despite being a very risky one, he claims he said it as a joke on the spot, but apparently the director felt that it should stay in the movie for some reason. At least he went viral for it. In Young Frankenstein, Gene Wilder came up with an iconic line that made director Mel Brooks laugh so much.
Wait, where are you going? I was gonna make espresso.
He just had to keep it in the movie. This is when Frankenstein's monster rushes off, and Dr. Frankenstein asks him where he's going, because he was going to make an espresso. This was completely random, but for some reason, it just fit perfectly well with the momentum of the scene. Brad Pitt made Tarantino love this sudden line so much, he became an instant fan of the actor. In Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, there's a moment where Pitt's character tells Leonardo DiCaprio's Rick Dalton exactly who he is as a little pep talk.
Hey! You're Rick f***ing Dalton. Don't you forget it.
That was all his intention was for the scene, but it landed nicely and became a neat little Easter egg. In Training Day, Denzel Washington gives us one of the finest outbursts you'll ever see on screen. His acting may have taken the cake, but the King Kong line that became so popular wasn't in the script.
King Kong ain't got on me!
It was all improvised in the heat of the moment because Washington was feeling a lot of emotions at the time, and they translated here. It's a great example of how good actors can add to a movie in multiple ways. Sometimes, it's not just about the lines, but also the actions that complement them. In Spider-Man: No Way Home, there's a sudden moment where Zendaya, playing MJ, throws a loaf of bread at Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker.
I don't carry an ID with me, you know, it kind of defeats the whole anonymous superhero thing.
This was not scripted, and it led to a hilarious back and forth between the two actors. It suited the tone of the scene and became a memorable moment.
Crawl around?
Yes.
No.
Do it.
Once again, we have Spider-Man: No Way Home, but without Zendaya. Instead, it's Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland, planning how they're going to take down the villains.
I don't want to brag, but I will. I was in the Avengers.
The Avengers?
Yeah.
That's great! Thank you! What is that?
At the end of the discussion, Garfield tells the other two Spider-Men that he loves them, which became an iconic line.
I love you guys. Thank you.
This was on the spot thinking by Garfield, and it worked smoothly for his character. It's hard to imagine such an iconic line not being in the script, but that's exactly how it went for Al Pacino, as he played what is probably his most legendary role amongst many other epic ones.
Say hello to my little friend!
Was not what Tony Montana was supposed to say. Al Pacino thought it would add to the intensity of the final sequence, and he was very right about that.
Huh? You fucking better go! You think you can take me? You need a fucking army, you're gonna take me!
Johnny Depp is the master when it comes to playing Jack Sparrow, so it was only natural for him to come up with some of his lines on the spot. There's this one moment where he talks about how he made ropes from the human hair on his back.
What did he use for rope?
Human hair. From my back.
Which had everyone in splits. You can even see Orlando Bloom trying to hide his laughter here, but it still made the cut. In American Pie, there's a scene where Allison Hannigan flips Jason Biggs and gets on top of him while they are in bed. This was not in the script, and her improv definitely took her co-star by surprise. What's My Name may have also been unscripted, although it's not entirely certain whether that was the case.
What's my name? Say my name!
Michelle.
Look at me. I'm Black Superman.
Idris Elba was a serious contender to play James Bond at one point, so when he was picked up as the villain in Hobbs and Shaw, he was told to say the line, "I'm Black James Bond." Of course, he did not want to mess up any chances he had at the role, so he changed it to Black Superman, which actually fit his character better. Johnny Depp is here again, and in the same role too, as he quotes one of this franchise's most memorable lines, that too, on his own. The ending of Curse of the Black Pearl has Jack Sparrow asking to be brought the horizon.
Bring me that horizon.
And while it does seem cool, many people don't know that he had improvised this line on the day of shooting. Very apt indeed. Benicio del Toro did not like the way his character, Fenster, was written for The Usual Suspects. So, instead of improvising any of his lines, he improvised a whole accent.
How many keys, you cocksucker?
In English, please.
How many keys, you cocksucker? What the?
What was the reason for this, though? He says that it was to make his character seem weird. He definitely succeeded there, and also put in a great performance.
The guy's finger at my tonight.
Is it Friday already?
Yeah, I love her, boy. You want a piece? Jump in, I love you.
Adam Goldberg may not be remembered for any great roles, but he does have a funny line in Deja Vu, where he asks for more cowbell in a hilariously improvised spur of the moment.
You better hurry up, because I think I'm about to leave.
I need more cowbell.
It's a tense scene with a lot on the line, so the effect his line had was a lot more impactful.
I had lots of time to learn how to shoot with my left.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is a classic Western for all fans to enjoy. However, it's surprising to note that Eli Wallach, who played Tuco, had actually ad-libbed most of his lines. This includes the iconic bathtub line, too.
When you have to shoot, shoot, don't talk.
It's quite crazy, considering how loved his character is. Rowan Atkinson may be immortalized as Mr. Bean, but Johnny English was also a successful franchise for him. In this scene, he is getting shot at, although he has some top-grade armor too. The line about having 6 bullets left, and the thing itself was a hilarious moment.
He's only got 6 bullets in that thing. And of course, the thing itself.
And it was thought of on the spot too.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
In Jaws, Brody gives us the line about needing a bigger boat, and it turns out that it was his actor who came up with it on the spot. Roy Scheider's genius was so amazing that even the writers had confessed they wished they came up with that line instead. If anyone has seen the original Blade Runner film, they will definitely remember the monologue of Tears in the Rain, said by Roy.
All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain.
What's amazing to note is that the actor Rutger Hauer came up with it on the spot, which makes it all the more relatable. In Aliens, Bill Paxton came up with the
It wasn't your fault.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
line, not the writers. That's ridiculous, considering how he was already so into his role, and it showed that he was dedicated to his performance. Anyway, it became a legendary moment for him and the franchise. Like, share, and subscribe if you liked this clip, and let me know what you'd like to see next. Okay then, see you soon.